Good morning, West Rogers Park. It is Sunday, June 28, 2026, the 14th of Tamuz, 5786. This week we begin Parsha's Pinchas. After the catastrophe at the end of Balak, after the plague, after Pinchas steps forward with extraordinary courage and stops the devastation, the Torah turns immediately to a new census, a counting of the people, a reassertion of life and continuity. It is a Parsha about what comes after crisis. And on a morning when a dangerous heat wave is beginning to settle over Chicago, there is something fitting about that. Here is everything you need to know for today.
This is the NWS Chicago Area Forecast Discussion. The primary discussion was issued at 2:52 a.m. CDT, with an important update issued at 9:47 a.m. CDT, Sunday, June 28th, by forecasters Kluber and DK at the Chicago Romeoville office. The headline: a decaying but still potentially dangerous storm cluster is approaching from the northwest this morning, and a historic, potentially record-breaking heat wave begins tomorrow and lasts through at least Wednesday. Key messages from the National Weather Service. First, a decaying cluster of thunderstorms may affect portions of northern Illinois this afternoon. Second, dangerous heat is expected across the area this week. Third, afternoon heat index values, the feels-like temperature combining heat and humidity, are forecast over 100 degrees each day next week, with little to no relief at the lakeshore and at night. Update: 9:47 a.m. CDT. Attention is being paid to a mesoscale convective complex, an organized cluster of thunderstorms currently in north-central Iowa. The core of the embedded MCV, a mesoscale convective vortex, a spinning circulation that keeps storm complexes going, looks to have a due east movement. However, the trailing southern cluster of storms has a southeastward drift to it, meaning the northern and southern portions of this system are moving in slightly different directions. That matters for who gets the storms. The SPC meso-analysis, that is the Storm Prediction Center's real-time analysis of atmospheric instability, shows a broad instability axis stretching southeastward from Osage, Iowa to Bloomington, Illinois. As the complex moves eastward, forecasters estimate it arrives at the Mississippi River around noon, which would place the favored storm corridor along a line from Dubuque, Iowa to Paxton, Illinois. That line is the sweet spot where storms would most want to travel. Given steep lapse rates, temperature dropping rapidly with height, which fuels storm energy, and strong wind shear, isolated stronger embedded storms could produce localized damaging winds or hail up to the size of a quarter. Guidance suggests the complex will be in a decaying state as it enters Illinois, but even 3 hours out there is uncertainty on the exact track and whether the system maintains strength. The best chances remain in the northwestern portion of the Chicago weather area. And lastly, there is potential for a wake low, a pressure drop on the back edge of a storm system that can accelerate surface winds to develop behind this complex. This may not be as strong as a previous wake low event earlier this year, but southeast wind gusts to 40 miles per hour are possible late this afternoon and this evening. Keep that in mind. Full discussion, 2:52 a.m. CDT. A weak warm front at the 925 to 850 millibar levels. 925 MB equals 27.32 inches of mercury. 850 MB equals 25.10 inches of mercury, is stretched west-northwest to east-southeast from around Lee County to just south of the Kankakee River Valley in northwest Indiana. This front is providing a focus for spotty light showers this morning. Meanwhile, a developing surface theta E gradient, a boundary in the atmosphere's moisture and heat content, associated with notably higher moisture just southwest of the area, will lift northward through the day.
The severe convection tracking along and north of the South Dakota and Nebraska line early this morning will remain the primary afternoon focus. This cluster has stayed fairly strong through the night, with an associated MCV now evident. the convection will begin to encounter an incoming EML, an elevated mixed layer, a cap of warm, dry air at middle levels that normally kills storm development, lifting northeast across the Mississippi River Valley late this morning. However, the combination of steepening mid-level lapse rates, low-level moisture advection, and local weakening of the cap near any mature MCV does warrant concern for convection to persist across the Mississippi River and into the Chicago area. With modestly strong mid-level flow across southern Wisconsin and a strong instability gradient, there is a sweet spot where convection, possibly severe, could remain well-formed and track well into or even across the area.
And now the heat, the primary story for the coming week. The well-advertised heat event remains fully on track, particularly Monday through Wednesday. An anomalously strong mid-level ridge, a dome of high pressure aloft, with heights very near 600 dam at the 500 millibar level, 500 millibar equals 14.77 inches of mercury, is drifting along the Ohio River Valley. Combined with H850 and H700 temperatures measured at roughly 5,000 and 10,000 feet altitude, exceeding 25.5 degrees Celsius Monday through Wednesday, this will yield unseasonably warm conditions with daytime highs well into the 90s. A strong cap builds over the area, blocking any storm relief. Combined with persistent southwest to low-level flow delivering Gulf moisture, there looks to be no relief from lake breezes or upstream convective outflow during this time. Here is an important nuance. The cap combined with a dry base from the EML may actually allow for modest mixing, lowering dew points by just a couple of degrees, think mid-70s instead of upper 70s. That difference may be just enough to keep heat index values slightly in check rather than going absolutely off the charts. But let us be clear, heat index values are still forecast at 100 to 110 degrees daily. NWS has issued an extreme heat watch for Cook County. That includes all of Chicago, from Monday through Wednesday. The language is direct. Expectations are that Cook County will need to be upgraded to an extreme heat warning, which requires heat index values at or above 100 degrees for 3 consecutive days. That threshold is likely to be met. Outside of Cook County, this is a solid long-duration heat advisory event, with afternoon heat index values hovering around 105 degrees. And here is the important caveat. If convection, storms, remains north of the area on Thursday and Friday, areas outside Cook County could also be upgraded to an extreme heat warning. The NWS says a case can be made for that upgrade based on the longevity of the heat alone. Regarding storm chances this week, the strong cap early in the week should deflect convection well to the northwest, Minnesota through upper Michigan, through at least Wednesday. An expected flattening of the ridge and eventual southwest to northeast orientation of the ridge axis would favor increasing storm chances as early as Wednesday night. But guidance is often too slow with breaking down summertime ridges over the Great Lakes, so confidence beyond Wednesday is low. The overall message, heat could persist into the Independence Day holiday, but storm chances increase with each passing day.
Now, the climate context, and this is sobering. Here are some great family-friendly options. The Chicago Pride Parade steps off at 11 a.m. at Montrose and Broadway, free, one of the largest parades in the country and very family welcoming. The Logan Square Arts Festival wraps up today, free with a suggested donation, local artists, food, and live music. The Millennium Art Festival is also in its final hours today at 180 North Stetson Avenue near Millennium Park. 85 people were killed. Over 300 were injured. It remains the deadliest tornado in Ohio history. And, remarkably, on this exact date in 1975, 51 years later, lightning struck professional golfer Lee Trevino and 2 other players during the Western Open Golf Tournament right here in the Chicago area at Oak Brook, Illinois. 2 very different events, one date. A reminder that June weather in this part of the country can turn dangerous in a matter of seconds.
This has been your morning briefing for West Rogers Park, Chicago, Sunday, June 28th. Please take the heat warning seriously this week. If you do not have air conditioning, Chicago's cooling centers are open. Call 311 for the nearest location. Morning forecasts every day at 7 a.m. on Spreaker, plus a historical weather deep dive every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 a.m. Support the show for just $5 a month. Stay cool, stay safe, and have a great Sunday.
You know that this podcast has a supporters club? By becoming a supporter of the show, you can gain access to exclusive content and play an active role in helping the podcaster continue producing the content you love. See the link in the episode description for more details. Now, let's get back to the episode.
If you enjoyed this episode, please consider subscribing and sharing with other people.